in a lot of these communities, for a young person, all they want to do is get out of the community, go to the city and find a job. But when you suddenly start getting international visitors coming to your community saying, wow, you live in a beautiful place, wow, we love the culture, oh, the food is incredible, you start feeling proud of your own village and proud of what you've got rather than a place you want to leave. You know, I've worked in conservation for over 20 years, and largely I believe conservationists have failed globally. Indicators, animals aren't getting more, wild areas aren't getting more, climate change is getting worse. And what I really enjoy about this work is that I believe that giving people a direct experience of nature is the most valuable thing you can do for conservation. If you want to have a conversation with somebody about protecting nature, protecting the environment, especially in a place like Umfolozi, where you've got, you know, this amazing wild area and there's lots of tourists coming there, but the people who live around those communities they're having conversations about, where do I get clean water, how am I going to feed my children, where am I going to get money for school fees. You can start having that environmental conversation if people's basic needs are taken care of. So the Unearthed program is really, it's about looking at taking care of those basic needs, giving people a source of livelihood, and especially if you can get livelihoods which are connected to conservation with things like ecotourism, people have got an incentive to start having the conservation conversation. A lot of these people have grown up around the game reserve and they've never been into the game reserve, so they don't understand the value of that space. Even though, you know, the wilderness area in Umfolozi was the traditional hunting grounds of King Shaka, so it's a place where Zulu people would have gone traditionally all the time, and it's considered a sacred space. So I would argue there's a sense of almost returning home for a lot of them. You know, it's a space where financially they would not be able to afford to go on holiday into those places, but they live right next door to those places. My wish is for every participant that comes on Unearthed to just have some value, just to see their lives improve in some way, or, you know, just have a better vision for what their future can be like. You know, that's really, it's as simple as that. You know, because if you can give that to people, then you can start having, you know, you can start doing all sorts of other things. You know, people's livelihoods are critical. You know, no one's born wanting to be a rhino poacher or grows up and says, I want to poach rhino. You know, it's a situation that people are in. So, you know, I think my wish is just that I can just have an impact somewhere. Yeah.